from our 7 Tasmania studios. Your nightly news with Louise Hubar begins now.
The Premier has faced cameras for the first time since Senior Liberal Party member Leonie Hiskett was accused of breaking party rules. Jeremy Rockliff backing her actions, as well as our state's job data released today.
Urgent job growth high on the opposition's agenda.
8,700 jobs have been lost since he sent his government into minority. It is a crisis for jobs.
A seasonally adjusted unemployment rate of 4.3% for December, higher than the national average, with Tasmania's participation rate remaining the lowest in the nation.
We've created tens of thousands of jobs, more than 40,000 jobs in the last 10 years.
The Premier facing media for the first time today, since Upper House Party member Leonie Hiskett was accused of breaching party rules by endorsing her son Casey Hiskett. He's planning to run as an independent in May's Upper House elections. Jeremy Rockliff confirming Miss Hiskett has his full support.
Leonie Hiskett, a mother who wants to support her son. An attack by Dean Winter and Josh Willey.
The Liberal Party told 7 Tasmania News that it had reminded Miss Hiskett of her obligations under the Liberal Party constitution. Leonie Hiskett still refusing to comment, despite continued calls for her resignation.
Leonie Hiskett has actively helped her son, which is understandable, but it is untenable for her to remain a member of the Liberal Party.
With no signs, speculation over internal pressures in the party will die down soon.
Are you concerned about the leadership challenge by a bit?
No.
Ruby Cairns, 7 Tasmania News.
A day after the Prime Minister touched down in Tasmania, the opposition leader has made a snap visit. The opposition leader promising to slash energy bills for small businesses and families. Tasmania's salmon industry also high on his agenda, calling for legislation to protect it.
We will support a bill, and in fact we demand of the Prime Minister that a bill should be presented to the Parliament.
He says the Albanese government is putting thousands of jobs at risk. St Helens is banking a new entertainment precinct will be a greater incentive for more tourists to visit the East Coast. The Easy Tiger making its official launch this morning, even the Premier getting into the spirit of the day.
A sleepy East Coast town gets a new watering hole.
It's become a real stalwart for the locals, riding on the wave of being popular both for locals and visitors.
The Easy Tiger transforms an old roller skating rink in St Helens into an entertainment hub with a bar, beer garden with a microbrewery and a small cinema, bringing Hollywood to the doorstep.
2 years in the working and having all the different facets of the business now open and doing the official bit, feels very rewarding.
$4 million has been invested into the precinct using locally sourced materials and built by local tradespeople.
This is a destination in itself. And so what it brings is vitality, what it brings is excitement, what it brings is employment.
Since its soft launch 18 months ago, the Easy Tiger has seen over 150,000 people roll through its doors, bringing a much-needed tourism boost to the East Coast.
This has been such a great boost for St Helens, just to add for the offering of what people are coming to St Helens for already.
Already known for its mountain bike trails in the Bay of Fires, East Coast Tourism hopes the venue would entice more people to come visit the region.
We're really seeing people investing in housing. Almost everybody that's bought a house in St Helens have indicated that it's because of the investment into the mountain bikes.
Mark Zita, 7 Tasmania News.
Tasmania's soil and cool climate appears to be the secret behind the world's sweetest strawberries. Tried and tested in the state, around 76,000 kilos of the unique Zara variety are expected to be harvested over the next few months.
A sweet start to the year with strawberry season in full swing.
The season started off really well, the plants have developed well.
Local farmers celebrating the fruits of their labour.
Good tasting variety, very sweet, very delicious.
The unique strawberry developed right here in Tasmania is considered to be the cream of the crop.
Full breeding team that work on developing these varieties constantly. The breeding team select new genetics based on their flavour, their sugar levels.
With Tasmania's cool climate and soil the secret to the sweetest batch.
We need the cooler mornings around that 12 degrees, between 8 and 12 degrees, and a 25 daytime temperature.
Planted in rows with a slope to ensure that irrigation water flows into the soil. But despite the science behind the sweetness, the business isn't taking any chances, providing protection for every berry.
With the tunnels, we have the ability to vent, so that means that we can lift the tunnel plastic and drop the tunnel plastic depending on the temperature, which then allows us to be able to, manage the climate within the tunnel.
If you're very keen to get your hands on these delicious delights, they're being stocked in all major supermarket chains and some independent retailers, including Hill Street Grocer. But you've got to get in quick because they're only available between now and March. Rebecca Gadaneros at 7 Tasmania News.
Hobart is set to host the final ODI match of the Women's Ashes series, with Australia taking on England tomorrow. It's the first women's one-day out to be held at Bellerive Oval in almost 10 years, with the home side looking to continue its momentum. The women's Aussie cricket team is determined to put a 4-0 series lead in the back of mind, focusing instead on tomorrow's game against England at Ninja Stadium.
Lauren Bell's been very good at the top for them. How can we put a bit more pressure on her with the bat? And with the ball, I think it's just that team, building pressure, lots of dot balls.
Strong bowling performances in the previous 2 games for both teams. Consistency now top of mind for the visitors in the lead up to the last 50-over game in the multi-format series.
The skills required for it are already within us. I guess it's just a little bit of a mindset shift.
Despite the Aussies being kept to their lowest one-day total in 15 years earlier this week, there's no talk of panicked changes to the home team's lineup. Leg spinner Georgia Wareham are likely in for the squad.
When the wicket's a little bit drier, obviously it tends to hold up and spin a little bit, so I think she would definitely come into the mix.
And if she does come into the mix, then we'll adapt to that.
With the game starting at 10:05 tomorrow morning, players will have to adapt quickly to the Bellerive pitch if they want any chance of victory.
If there's any life in the wicket, it'll probably be in the first, hour or so.
With 2 points up for grabs, retaining the trophy is in touching distance for the Aussie side. England on the cusp of sudden death territory.
It's a mental game as much as it is a skillful game. We're ready for the challenge.
We're certainly expecting England to bring their best, and for us, we've got to do the same.
The Hurricanes have headed to the sunny state to take on the Brisbane Heat at the Gabba. Fresh off a win on Tuesday night, the Canes will be looking for their 7th consecutive victory, giving them every chance to finish top and lock in a double opportunity for the finals. The Purple Army will be missing bowler Billy Stanlake after a shoulder injury finished his season early. Tim Ward will step up, potentially making his Big Bash debut. Meanwhile, Ben McDermott remains out of the squad while he recovers from a hamstring injury. The Jack Jumpers are looking to get back on the winners list as they take on the New Zealand Breakers this evening. The last time the two sides met, it was the Jack Jumpers who secured the win, beating the Breakers by 15 points on Christmas Day. Breakers star Parker Jackson Cartwright returns to the lineup following a 5-game ban after he lashed out at the Ants Army Ruben Tarangi and a referee. Tonight's clash will be difficult for Tasmania, missing Majuk Dang, who's out with an ankle injury. It's been a tight tussle so far. The Jackies narrowly ahead on 62 points at the end of the 3rd quarter. And that's all I have in sport, Lou.
Good luck to the Jackies. Thank you for that, Lily. Peter Murphy will join us after the break with the weather forecast.
Good evening, Hobart. 22 degrees today. Launceston the state's high with 25. Devonport recorded 24 and Burnie 23. Friendly Beaches 23 as well. Bushy Park a top of 22. Smithton, Lowhead, Grove and King Island all 21. St Helens and Flinders Island 20 and Strawn a nice 19 degrees. A few showers early over the west though as the cloud progressed across the state. You can see it there clinging to the west coast. Cloud over the southeast of the mainland brought about by an onshore flow there. More thunderstorms were in the cloud up along the New South Wales coast. Tomorrow the high dominates the scene over our region as troughs complete the picture to the east and west. The 25-knot south-southwesterlies will tend more southeasterly during the day, lighter winds over the lakes tomorrow. Forecast: Hobart 20, partly cloudy, Huonville 21 and partly cloudy, Campania similar conditions. Same for the north as well. Launceston fine sunny 26, 23 for Devonport, sunny for Georgetown 21. Burnie tomorrow a top of 21 degrees and mostly sunny, bit of cloud for Strawn but fine, 22 after 11 this evening, 11 overnight for Wynyard as well and 22 the top tomorrow. 20 for St Helens, partly cloudy for Swansea, 21 the high and 19 for Port Arthur. Saturday's weather, another fine partly cloudy day, Hobart 23 and Launceston 27. Similar weather on Sunday as temperatures once again sit in the mid-20s, and on Monday same, fine and partly cloudy conditions. A shower over Perth tomorrow, 28 degrees, a sunny 31 on the way for Adelaide. An early shower for Melbourne, a windy showery day for Sydney, 30 the top for Brisbane with a shower or two. Partly cloudy in Hobart, it's 21 at the moment, 23 in Launceston, Devonport clear and 23 degrees. Well, Louise, we've just about made it to Friday, which of course we all know means that you've worked 5 days in a row, which is basically unheard of. Let's hope you're nice and fresh for tomorrow's bulletin.
Oh, you'll get it one day. Thank you for that, Murph. I'm very tired actually. And that's all your news for this Thursday. I'll be back later with updates and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.